I think dramatically compared to the previous years in reference to the electronic health record. Um, the paper charts are getting smaller. However, there's a lot more reviewing audits that need to be done by HIM.
I've seen it go from paper. I mean, when I started, we had manual master patient index cards. I mean, literally, we had a big rotary uh, filing thing with where we had to pull the card every time a patient was admitted and type in.
Back in the day, we spent a lot of our time as HIM professionals chasing down records, maintaining the records, culling the records when they get too full because you've just got a paper chart. It gets too full. It's not practical anymore. So patients see the doctor a lot. You'd have to call that out. We don't have those kind of problems with electronic medical records. You also had the problem that only one person could use the record at a time. So who's got it? Who had it last? We don't have that problem now, but that's what we used to do.
They must be computer literate, not just your basic. They need to be proficient. They must have the medical terms and not just your basic. You need to make sure that you are up to par. The ICD-10 is now implemented, so we need to make sure that your anatomy and physiology, you know that by the core.
You also can't be just introverted. We deal a lot with other departments, so even though you're going to be computer literate, you still need to be articulate and be able to communicate and make yourself heard and understood. Yes, if our profession, and that's if you guys stay involved and stay strong, because health informatics is taking over. They're looking at it and they're seeing an electronic record. So what's the need for medical record people? Okay, so you need to be able to make people understand what it is that you do and what your skill set is. We study health sciences, we study disease processes, we study, governmental regulations, all of this stuff that people tend to forget or not realize that we do.
Physiology lab, we're able to see that. So it goes into our system where we can see it as one. We have behavioral, we have that works with us, and we also have rehab. So all of the rehabilitation comes into us. Now the only one is, like, for example, the transplant center. They have their software system. So we're hoping in the next couple of years that that Cerner has a transplant built in it. Okay, it's like our HVO, your hyperbarics. Those are also, hyperbarics and transplants have their own. So once it starts talking, then we're going to have it in one instead of waiting for them to document or waiting for them to scan a record.
With any kind of change, you have to adopt the attitude of being a lifelong learner. I can't stress that enough. The single best piece of advice I ever received was learn everything you can every chance you get. And especially with any kind of expansion of your skill set or any changes that we know are coming down the road. And informatics is just an exciting direction that HIM is going. And it'll be in all the HIM professionals' best interest to learn as much as they possibly can about that.
We lost the utilization review, case management, because they gave that to nursing. So now you find very few RHITs and RHIAs doing that. A lot of places will only hire RNs. And I think that's one main reason why we have such a shortage, because they only hire RNs to do a lot of the reviews core measures reviews. Our profession could be doing core measure reviews.
Right.
That's what we are trained to do. We're trained to audit charts. We're trained to review charts.
Change is the only constant. As HIM professionals, we have to embrace the change or just be washed away.